The following stream has been approved for all puzzle audiences by the puzzle general community.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another match in the quarterfinals of the main bracket of the Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2020. We got a really good match coming up. We got Cards of the Heart, longtime community member, current V-Hard record holder, former S-Hard world record holder, going up against another long tenured member of the community. I like being smart. My name is Tayman, and I am joined on commentary with Devilish and Derby. How's it going tonight? Thanks for hopping on.
Going pretty good, man. Ready to see some of these V-Hard runs. This will be the first one I get to commentate, so hopefully we see some good stuff from Cards and Smart.
Yeah, it's definitely a doozy of a time to come in, as these runs are going to be on very hard, or void hard, as we like to joke about. We had a lot of chaos yesterday, a lot of back and forth, and we're definitely hoping to see more about that. But if you are new with us, unfamiliar with the game or how the speedrun works, this is... take a look and see how Pokemon Puzzle League operates.
Pokemon Puzzle League is a Match 3 puzzle game first released for the Nintendo 64 on September 25, 2000 in North America and March 2, 2001 in Europe. It was re-released on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console in both regions in May 2008. It is a Match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than just simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break your stack through the top, you lose. So you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you'll have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think that they can no longer make a move. Hard mode contains 15 stages, and V-Hard and S-Hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win 3 races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players.
A little bit about the format so far. We started out in group stages, which were best of 5 matches of one-player stadium hard mode. Now, the top 8 players, we are now in main bracket, and first round of main bracket and first round of losers bracket, those are both going to be played on very hard, and every subsequent round is going to be played on super hard. And as I like to joke, every single super hard match has the possibility of going to an S hard times 5. So
Yeah, we don't want any of that.
that's the nightmare, though. Like anyone that wants to hop on commentary for those super hard matches, just beware that it could be a 3-hour endurance match. So as I mentioned, we're starting out in very hard, which is kind of a fluky, bit of a fluky format. And let's take a closer look at our racers here. Got number 1 seed Cards of the Heart versus number 8 seed ilikebeingsmart, who is actually added to the tournament after Cozy Pocket unfortunately had to drop due to IRL issues. So she got added in on the virtue of having the most race wins. And anything that you're expecting to see out of this matchup, Dev? I know you have a long history in the community.
Well, I always love watching Smart play. Me and her kind of have this back and forth in tournaments with Tetris Attack where we tend to play really close to each other, and often we're the ones to knock each other out of tournaments. So it's always fun to watch her play, and hopefully she does very well. The seeds unfortunately don't lie here, and it's gonna be really tough, I think, for Nicole here, going up against Cards, who has proven that he really is just the master at these games. You know, easily the most consistent player, just a proven expert here. So I think this is gonna be a tough fight. I think that Smart can really try and pull through here, and she might take a win off of him. But I think ultimately I'm going to have to give it to Cards here.
Yeah, I think the consistency is really what impresses the most out of Cards. Just all the tournament experience he's had over the years. We do have some other players that are quite good and possibly have peaks comparable to Cards, but have seen that maybe they don't have quite the consistency, so their times swing around a lot more. Cards is really looking to... He spent a lot of time turning these categories into as much of a science as possible for these games. I do think that Smart is within the V-Hard striking distance. The margin of Gary, or the margin of V-Hard, as we'll call it now. I know she's had a couple strong times over the last week around in the 15 to 17 minute range, but she's definitely going to have to be at the top of her game in order to take a like even a single game off Cards, I would say, because it turns into such a crapshoot, especially in the second half. So
yeah, I really would like to see an upset here, just because upsets are always exciting, and that's the thing with V-Hard is it's not up to us, it's up to Gary. So we'll see what Gary feels like, what he feels like doing when we play these games.
Yeah, as we like to say in this tournament, it's not really you against your opponent, it's you against the game, much like golf or a spelling bee. So we're definitely rooting for maximum chaos, and V-Hard is definitely the most chaotic category. Anything else you want to add before we check on our runners and get set up for the match?
Nah, I think we pretty much covered it here, man. I'm just ready to go. See some good puzzle action here.
All right, cool. Well, please stick around as we make sure everything is in order for the match. All right, so it looks like our runners are ready to go.
All right.
So we're just going to give them the countdown, and then we will be off.
Good luck, and have fun. GLHF, as they like to say. If you've been watching this stream for a long time, you know what GLHF actually means. All right, it looks like we are off.
It means Gary loses, hopefully fast.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah, so
better than what I had.
So yeah, Gary is not the main pain in V-Hard. I would say the main pain in V-Hard is the entire second half, or just the chaos in general.
Yeah.
The main strategy early on here is going to be, in the first half, it's like just top them off as fast as possible. This early V-Hard AI operates a lot like latter half hard mode AI, I'd say. So you can just try to top them off fast. If you want to get fancy, maybe like wait a bit until you see, like, so long as you don't have a flat stack. But that's, if you're good at hard, the first half of V-Hard won't be the worst.
Right, and yeah, like V-Hard has an interesting way of kind of combining a lot of the strategies that you'll see in S-Hard and Hard at the same time, where you kind of start with the hard strats, where you kind of try and a very nice 18 there. You try and use a lot of the stop time mechanics against the opponent and try to time things right. And then about the midway point, you start to see them start to employ the S-Hard strats, where they will do the 4 combos and attempt to manipulate the AI a little bit.
Yeah, I know that several people, myself included, have tried to divine some strategies for V-Hard. Just taking a look at this category for the, hopefully just the one match that I'll be having on V-Hard. But honestly, like, I've considered like having strategies break down like 4 separate strategies depending on if you're in stage 1 through 6.
Right.
Or
Wow, that was a very nice 10 combo by Cards there.
okay.
And looks like Misty's gonna go down here on Smart's side. Cards with a pretty commendable lead early on here, but I mean, it's early on. This is a lead here, doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, I would say that it's the second half that really matters. In the sense that the first half is a lot like hard. You can play like sub-optimally in first half and still get some lucky stages. But the second half is where you definitely have some extra strategy coming into play with the S-hard strategies, which require a lot of screen watching.
And watching Cards there having a little bit of trouble with Koga. It's rare to see a 45-second stage this early, but, you know, it's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, and it's hard to know when to bite the bullet. I know he really isn't a fan of the reset strats, especially in the first half. I would argue like maybe at Sabrina reset strats are okay because the cursor speed gets a little better.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate clear there on Smart's side, pushing her into the minute plus part of Koga here, or of Surge here. I mean, I said Koga earlier with Cards, and I meant to say Surge.
It's okay. They're all terrible. We get them interchanged at times.
They're all Kanto gym leaders in a game with Johto Pokemon. So.
Yeah, a trick question I like to ask people is, who is the best waifu in this game? And answer is none of them. They're just all terrible. They've all ruined runs before. And
yeah.
If you're a husbando sort of person, same answer.
Yeah, they're all terrible. I agree with this.
Yeah, so Cards is out to the patent pending 2-stage lead. Was a little slow topping off Sabrina, and like that's when you topping off the opponent in the first attack is even more important in V-Hard, just because their cursor speed is that much better in V-Hard, and I do think one could, as I mentioned, like entertain reset strats on Sabrina. I've had like more than a few minute-long stages with her. it's just so difficult to like really pin down when the AI meaningfully changes. That looks good on the smart side.
Yeah. And if we call her Nicole, she goes by Nicole, so don't think we're switching up people here.
Yeah, for those of you who have been within the Puzzle General community a long time, you know well enough that she likes going by Nicole. If you are outside the community, thanks for tuning in. We're really glad to see our ranks grow over the past months.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I really like about watching Cards play is he is really good at finding combos where you normally wouldn't find combos. And yeah, very nice S-hard kill there with a 13.
Yeah, he is going to go into the second half with a pretty strong time of 6:10. And yeah, with the combo issue you mentioned, like that's really where the work around the margins is. Like just being able to get that extra combo garbage when you need it, like can really make the difference between having the opponent topped off right away or falling a little short.
Yeah. Cards is very much a guy who is a fan of very large combos, the 8 pluses, because once you hit an 8 combo, that's automatically 2 lines of garbage and 1 clear that can fall very quickly. So he's going to attempt to go for combos like that more often than not, just so he can get those multiple lines of garbage sent really fast. The trick is, though, that 8 combos are a little tough. They're tough to set up, they're tough to spot, and they usually require multiple swaps to make it happen. And Card's actually electing for his first reset here.
Yeah, that's a good time to start resetting. We do notice in pretty much every difficulty that AI's cursor speed really goes up around Tracy, or Trollsy, as we like to call him sometimes for that exact reason. The cursor speed getting better means that he's gonna kill more runs, he's gonna find more clears, and generally make life more difficult for you.
Yeah, and I believe Nicole actually just did a reset on Sabrina as well, so I think we're starting to get into the frustration here. It's not about if you hit that frustration spot in V-Hard, it's when. V-Hard is just a difficult category for sure.
Yeah, I think Cards got the 15 stage world record the other night with about a 12:40 with minute long or so Lorelei that he had to reset on, but
jeez.
It's usually just one stage that keeping standing in between you and Puzzle Fame.
Yeah. And this is actually, so Cards with his with a second reset on Tracy here. This is one of the harder places to play in, because this is where the strategies sort of shift. When you get to Tracy, it's like you need to switch from hard mode to S-hard mode a little bit, and you need to completely shift your strategy and how you're sending garbage to your opponent. It's a really weird mental shift that if you're not prepared for, it can actually kind of leave you short a lot of times. Tracy's just where that tends to happen.
Yeah, it happens. It happens starting at Tracy, and even noticeably more so starting at maybe like Richie or Giovanni. I know Cards, like, he hasn't necessarily been going for the pure V-hard strats. He's been like he's still been going for like some of these smaller chain strategies, and it's been working out so far. I don't know if it's the best long-term strategy, but it's really tricky because like the AI is like, they're too good for just topping them off quickly to work consistently, but they're too bad for the S-hard strat to work consistently too. So one problem you might find is that like you can, if you're going for the S-hard kill, and for those unfamiliar, S-hard kill is when a small garbage block falls all the way down to the bottom of an opponent's screen. and they can't find a clear on it because they're programmed to clear the lowest garbage block, and if they have only 1 or 2 rows below garbage block, they're unlikely to find a clear. So one thing that people will do is they'll just keep chaining until they see the AI leaving an opening, and but that opening isn't as likely to come in V-Hard. So if you chain out to like a 12 or a 15, you've just dropped a giant garbage block on them that's going to take forever to clear, and then that's basically an auto reset.
And one thing I'm noticing here is Nicole's actually having a little bit of trouble keeping her opponent topped off, but this 7 chain with a lot of combo garbage might do an immediate clear from Tracy here.
Tracy's in full form right now, giving both of our runners some fatigue.
He is certainly living up to his moniker of Troll Seed here.
There's I remember during the Twitch Watches Pokemon Marathon, there was an episode with Tracy, and I have a screen cap somewhere of like 6 people being, "Dang it, Tracy! No, not Tracy! Go away, Tracy!" Like this. It's not just within our community. Like, apparently just people don't like him.
Nobody likes Tracy. Objectively the worst Brock replacement.
As Cards gets out to a 3-stage lead here, Tracy immediately has another clear on Nicole's side. Cards
gonna chain that out. Got him topped, so interesting choice on that purple. Yeah, this is just how Tracy works. Like I was saying before, this is the point where you kind of need to shift strategies. So if you're not ready for it, this is the point where it starts to become really apparent that you need to try something else. Just chaining until you fill them up isn't really going to work anymore, just because their cursor speed is definitely fast enough to beat it.
I think you can still... I think Cards, he's still trying to make that small chain strategy work, though.
Yeah, I feel like he has reset more often than I've seen him reset, though.
Yeah, this is true.
Normally I don't see Cards reset that much, because like you were saying before, he's not really a big fan of it. He likes to push until they're gone. But I've actually seen him employing some Cards of the Heart strategies I'm not very familiar with, which is this small chain stuff with a lot of resets. Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't seen this before.
I do think that small chain strategy can work. Oh, he's I think he's going for S hard strats here.
Yeah, I think he got it.
Now did he send enough here?
Off, though.
Oh, he
Just
didn't.
lucky enough.
Yeah, he didn't top her off, but she didn't have a clear even with 3 or 2.5 rows of garbage. So pretty fortunate there.
That was very lucky. Yeah. And Smart, unfortunately, resetting again against Team Rocket with now Cards here with a 4-stage lead, kind of pulling away here. It's not looking too good for Nicole here. But hey, you know what? Cards still has to fight Gary here in a bit. So I've seen Gary do some terrible, terrible things.
Yeah, Gary is definitely the bogeyman here. But the opponents are going to have to deal with Mewtwo as well. And Mewtwo on V-Hard is a little awkward. Definitely not as bad as S-Hard can get, but can still get out of hand.
Yeah, with S-Hard, we don't really see much in between. It's either a sub 20-second match or a 3-minute plus match. There's really not a whole lot of in between there, and that's just due to the fact that you can't reset against him without going back to Gary. And speaking of Gary, we're seeing Cards coming up. We'll see if Gary actually plays nice here. Finding that 8 combo. And looking like Gary is not doing so smart here. All right, so that's going to be it for Gary. Now let's see how well Mewtwo plays. Nicole here, looking like she's sending a very small amount of garbage, but looks like she's going to get that S-Hard strat and knock Team Rocket out, so she's going to move on to Giovanni. Cards setting up for a pretty decent looking chain. Lots of combo garbage here and keeping his chain going. The lag chain looking really good here. But Mewtwo didn't actually clear a whole lot, so this is looking kind of dangerous unless Mewtwo does something bad, which, right, yep, he did.
Yeah, Cards is off to an utterly having a pretty insane time so far. Right around 16 minutes at Mewtwo.
Giovanni just continuing to be a pain to Nicole here.
I'm going to win.
Yeah, I really don't see how, unfortunately, Nicole makes a comeback here. Like, Mewtwo is like almost certainly not going to go on long enough to...
No. It was a lot of bad luck on Nicole's side. She had a lot of resets, and one thing I was noticing is she was having some trouble keeping her opponents topped off. So definitely one thing we're going to need to see from her coming into these next few matches is definitely sending probably bigger chains, or at least figuring out how she can maybe screen look a little bit better and figure out how to keep them topped off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no matter what strategy you use, if you're not topping them off frequently, like there's really no way to win, and it can be hard because we see right now that like the AI is just keeping Nicole pinned down, and it's really hard to send enough when you don't have as many blocks to work with. You have to rely on the garbage blocks to chain off of, and that takes time. Like I would probably reset if I was Nicole here.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes into Giovanni, and unfortunately not having any combo. Oh wow! Yeah. I'm just gonna eat my words here. Giovanni goes down. I will stop talking.
Right.
I would have definitely reset, but you know what? Her patience has paid off, and Giovanni.
I'm going to win.
Oh wow! And Cards over here getting second tiered, and I see a third tier here up there. Let's see if Mewtwo sees the third tier.
Oh, but... Are we gonna get another amazing clip of third tier happening from the?
It doesn't look like it's gonna be third tier, but it was in fact second tier.
Yeah, I did see that. It's one of the most annoying parts. Ooh, this might be good.
Yeah.
But I guess had some stop time there. We still don't quite know how that works. It's a bit of a mystery of the universe.
Coming up on 3 minutes, so V-Hard looking very similar to S-Hard in that you get it quick or you get it very slow. There's really not a lot of in between here. Man.
Yeah, if you get lucky, Mewtwo can get caught out of position. You can have like a 40-second stage, but that is not very likely. You just gotta brace for a bad time.
Yeah, and all you can really do in that scenario is just keep him topped off, keep the pressure on him, and just hope he fails eventually. Like just there. I think that I saw that clock in at a 19-18-ish.
Yeah, a very strong time, and that was with a 3.5 minute Mewtwo, almost 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's unfortunately just a rough go there for Nicole, and definitely not the best Mewtwo I've seen. Not the worst Mewtwo I've seen either, though. So definitely thankful that it doesn't go as far as I've definitely seen Mewtwo go on Cards' side. I think we all remember the infamous 20-minute Mewtwo.
Oh gosh, yeah, especially if you were a casual player and just wondering how it's even possible to beat S-Hard with that. Because I remember when I was a kid playing this game, it felt like it was just impossible to beat S-Hard because, like, how are they ever gonna not find a clear on garbage? Like, if the clear is there, they're probably gonna find it, and thank goodness we were able to find the exploits, and the quirk of the garbage system, like, really makes this whole speedrun viable.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that possibly screen watching might be a viable tactic in V-Hard and S-Hard, just because if your opponent is like close behind you, like say your opponent is on like Misty or Bruno and you're mired in a Mewtwo, do you want to risk that Mewtwo's gonna go on 5 minutes? Or I don't think you would do that reset in V-Hard, but in S-Hard you definitely have to consider it with the quick kill being more consistent there. That's
definitely.
That's something that I will likely use in S-Hard. Hopefully I'll get there. Like, I don't want to take anything for granted when it comes to this game.
Nicole dropping a very simple chain there. I think that might be indicative of maybe a little bit of frustration here. I know I definitely fall into the trap when I see that. I tend to, especially when you start to get frustrated, like, oh, my opponent just done. I'm still on Bruno. The salt might be a little bit bitter there. So maybe she's starting to feel the frustration a little bit. Hopefully, though, she can regain her composure if that is the case and come back a little bit stronger next time.
There we go.
A 45 on Bruno is not bad.
Yeah, these runners don't actually have to finish in main bracket. In group stages, we wanted everyone to finish for the purpose of average race time, in case there were, for the purposes of seeding and tiebreakers, if it came to that. But so if someone is salty and they just want to hit the reset button and say like, "Hey, let's go to the next match," that is absolutely understandable. But at the same time, you see people that they want to see that those dancing Pokeballs on Mewtwo. They want to get that run done just to remind themselves that it's possible. Especially like,
Gary.
Ooh.
I think we're seeing the Super Saiyan awakening here, as Nicole has 2 very quick back-to-back stages. Let's see if she can get a quick Mewtwo here. All right. Oh no. I've fallen into that trap too, where you think you're gonna drop a piece and it unfortunately like matches with another piece that you didn't expect. It just ends your whole chain right away.
Yeah, it's important to have that block awareness. I'd say that's when you really start. That would. Oh no! Stupid.
So close.
Stupid Mewtwo. Oh yeah. Let's switch over here. Hear what's going on the Cole side.
I'm going to win.
Oh wow! And just like that.
Mewtwo going down in 55 seconds. I believe that was about a 24-11 or a 24-12. The dot done says 24:08. So 24:08 is the race time, and cards actually was a 19:17 according to race time.
Cool. Get that updated for the record. But yeah, we see that even I would say that was like a slightly below average for cards, and was still able to beat Nicole by a full 5 minutes. Now, to be fair, she had pretty unlucky stages, had a pretty bad time. She's definitely going to be looking to come back in the second race. But it's really hard to draw any specific conclusions based off of just one race that we saw. It's usually better to look at the entire body of work that these players have put together, and Cards has definitely put in a lot of work into this category. Yeah, so pardon us while we get the next race set up. Nicole is understandably taking a break to grab some water, possibly cool down after that rather lengthy first run there. So
Yeah.
Really, the best thing you can do is...
yeah, we've definitely all been there.
No, as soon as you get into, like, constant... as soon as this game, like, starts making you salty or starts giving you crap or getting under your skin, like, slow down. Don't speed up. Like, don't like rage reset into another run like I've done while speedrunning.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to be at your best.
I've definitely fallen victim, especially in tournaments. All right. Memes aside, find your inner nature again. That's very correct. You need to find your inner nature, and you need to control that inner nature.
The inner nature is always salt in this game.
You need to control it. Control the inner nature. Control the salt. Alright, looks like we are readied up. Race is going to start in about 10 seconds. So good luck to our runners. We're about to see race number 2. Cards has a lead of 1-0. Let's see how the second game shakes out.
Yeah, I'm always excited for these runs. You just never know what V-Hard is going to throw at you, and I'm just hoping that Nicole can bounce back strong here. We definitely want to see these matches be as close as they can, and possibly have some upsets.
Oh yeah, upsets are great to see, especially when it's against someone like Cards. And Cards is kind of the PPL bully. You know, he's definitely the favorite to win this match, but yeah, you definitely want to see. And look at that! Look, Nicole already pulling a 16 over Cards' 21 here.
Well, that'll do it. I mean,
yeah.
Why are we even doing the rest of the V-Hard? Like, it's over.
It's over here.
Oh, holy cow!
You go up on Gary, you're automatically winning.
If only that could be the case. If we could just like take a statistical representation as Cards roars back within 11 seconds.
Oh my goodness! And a 17 with Nicole. I'd say Nicole's feeling the power a little bit. I think she's maybe controlled her inner nature and maybe coming back a little bit.
Bruno does have some wise words for him. Let's not discount entirely. I think that was a swaggy swap from
I
Cards
saw
there.
that too, and I'm actually confused on how that worked. That was
I
actually
think-
really cool looking.
So if you do that too early, you're just gonna get a normal like 3 clear before the block can fall down. But I think if you do it like a frame or two in time, it'll actually count. It'll count the chain. Like basically, you're swapping in that block as the top block is falling down, so you don't clear early.
Yeah, and still looking pretty close here. Very quick finishes on Misty there, so both go into the surge at pretty much the same time here.
Ooh, I think this will be good for Misty. Wow. You see that she went down just momentarily, and that little pause on these early stages is almost always enough. In 15 seconds for Nicole on surge as well.
Yep. So coming into Erica here at roughly like I want to say like 8 seconds apart here.
But it usually comes down to the second half, and we see the first bit of trolling we've had is Cards sent his initial attack when Erica had a pretty low stack, but she just immediately dropped down and leveled off, and now she's pretty low. Is she gonna have time to get to that? No.
She didn't have enough,
What?
and Nicole actually kind of evening this out a little bit. So we're now pretty much even once again.
There we go. So, got a match on our hands.
So stage 6 already with just over 3 minutes in. We're seeing a pretty good match here. Both very good paces.
Oh wow, that might be. Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
the Cards. I think Cards got a little tripped up on his chain. Didn't see the blocks below he was looking for, but just fortunately, this is where the luck aspect comes in. And
Yeah, it's rare to see the 10-second stage, but man, it feels good when you see it. And this seems to be the first place that Nicole is getting trolled here by Erica, who's just finding clears for all of these, living off that shake time, and probably almost made it to that blue clear, dying at 41.
no! Oh, what's Sabrina doing?
Chaining. Chaining a
Oh,
lot.
that's gonna
but she's
be
out of
good
moves
though.
now.
Wow, doing Cards some favors with some inefficient clearing there and lowering herself into the S hard kill.
Yeah, you love to see it.
So Nicole's not far behind. Let's see, is she gonna be able to send a? Okay, she's got the.
That
Oh,
looks pretty good.
very
That
nice.
looks good. 13 seconds. So we're seeing about a 1-stage lead here on Cards, but it's not actually all of that. It's not actually all that much. As Nicole's coming in about 25 seconds late, this is definitely going to be a kill.
Oh,
wait,
no!
Wait. Oh no!
Doesn't quite one more line. Oh no!
Dictator's curse. I was just about to say Cards definitely has this kill, but that's the one more line curse right there.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, the one more line had the one piece that they needed to get that clear, and it's over.
yeah, generally, if they have
actually,
2 full lines, they'll find
We
something.
are now seeing our first lead change as Nicole is now going into Tracy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Blaine is way down there, but unfortunately for Blaine, looking a long time to find those reds. And Cards is not far behind.
And the chain looked good. Tracy leaving those columns a little high. Nicole, unfortunately, not dropping the 2-4 combo, so I don't know how this is going to work out. One more line.
Yeah, another one more line, unfortunately. Tracy was spending a lot of time pulling those blocks off to the side. She's wisely going to take the insta reset there, because
Yeah,
in a pretty...
very understandable.
Ooh,
Tracy
what's
just
Tracy
sending
doing?
a lot of garbage there.
Tracy doing his troll sing.
And Nicole sending a 3-4 combo. Plenty of combos here.
Ooh. Oh,
Unfortunately, with the... Oh, wait.
what are
this
you
might be it.
doing? What are you doing, Tracy?
And
Oh my
Cards
gosh.
also taking a reset on Tracy. So Tracy is
No.
is the gatekeeper here right now.
Okay. You know how like people say that being a contrarian is not a personality? Well, Tracy, being a troll every time is not a personality. Okay.
Not Tracy is definitely zero personality.
But he likes to draw stuff. Or is he the? No, he's. Is that what he does? Did he draw stuff? He's not.
Yeah, he's the artist, I think.
Oh gosh.
What does Tracy even do?
I never watched the anime that far out. Like.
I didn't really watch Johto.
Kudos, kudos to everyone that knows the Pokemon lore. Like honestly, Cards is finally moving on. Nicole is still stuck in Troll Seed jail. It's a place that we all find ourselves every now and again.
What is Tracy doing right now? This is just absurd. This is
Oh my gosh.
This is
Yeah.
a lot for Tracy. 5 chain?
They'll get out of control sometimes.
Yeah, luckily, like, Nicole still has enough to keep him topped, but just, this is way more than I usually see AI opponents do in this game. Especially on this difficulty. This is getting brutal. I'd probably reset about here. It seems like Tracy is going to keep getting these chains lined up pretty nicely.
Yeah, he's breaking through to the next level and
oh boy,
not topped off now. Like you gotta.
He's still topped off, but he's getting these clears so quickly. Meanwhile, Cards is already 2 stages ahead because of this Tracy, and just one bad stage like this can really just upset the whole thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so close! Oh my gosh, 2 swaps.
Okay.
Luckily, it ended after 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's the long stage that you hate to see, and I've always maintained that you do well in these tournaments by avoiding the really long stages, and that's easier said than done, of course, but one way they can up your odds a little bit is knowing when to reset, and possibly knowing how to use reset strats as Cards catches Geo out of position and gets the kill, and maybe pull him away. Depends on what this rocket does to Nicole. Okay.
And it looks like that's going to be good. The stop time was not quite enough there, so we're still looking at about a 1, maybe 1.5 stage lead here for Cards, but it's not a blowout here. No, Cards, like we saw earlier, Cards had a 3-minute Mewtwo, and Nicole had him down in 40 seconds. So that's this whole lead change right here.
Yeah, it looks like Richie's going off, and I still find it interesting that Cards he still hasn't been going for those S-hard strategies. I think definitely when you get the Richie, I would consider that my main strategy.
Yeah, it's definitely the most consistent way to offset these opponents' cursor speed.
Yeah, it's gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say going for the AI manipulation is a lot safer than waiting for the opponents to run out of stop time.
Yeah, it's possible that he's like just maybe is just gonna adopt an aggressive reset strat and just try to get those 15-second kills as fast as he can. He lets that stretch out for about a minute and decides he's had enough, and this is probably gonna be good for Nicole.
Yep. So we are now that 1.5 stage lead gone. We are now both starting on stage 12 here. So we're pretty much evened out now. Cards with, I'd say, like a 15-second lead here.
Ooh, I was afraid Cards might top himself off there. It looks like he's gonna get that S-hard kill now.
He's got him
There we
topped
go.
off. Yep, so that's going to be good.
Exactly what you want to see. And no, I have not seen how much Nicole is sending. Has the 1-4 combo.
Yeah, not quite enough and not quite topped off, but I think she might be able to get him before he raises.
Ooh. Now, has she
like
sent
it's gonna be
enough?
plenty.
Oh no! But the horizontal clear, the
Horizontal.
The banned horizontal clear, dude.
And unfortunately now he's got the pieces he needs. Got the blues there. She needs to drop right now, I think, in order to keep to keep him topped.
Ooh, I
This
think
is looking good. This is looking good.
does not have second or third tier, so that's
good.
a very pretty kill right there. I like the multi layers.
Yeah, when you deny them first, second, and third tier, and they just have to die.
It feels so good.
It's beautiful to see.
I want art of that on my wall.
Even better, on the third tier with the cursor one swap away and they still die. That's like that's like eating the cookie dough right out of the tin.
Oh, so good. So good. It's worth the salmonella risk. Ooh, this is gonna be good for Lorelei. But you see how much luck is going into Cards' strategy right now. Like, the cursor speed of the opponents gets like pretty fast at this point, and he got pretty lucky. I mean, not to say that should downplay his ability to send over so much so quickly, but Lorelei also was pretty out of position and went way over to find a clear, and that's usually going to be enough in V hard. That you're never going to get that in S hard. Let's just say that.
Cards with the 2-4 combos, he's electing to just go really heavy on the combos instead of going for big chains there.
But Bruno's
and
gonna
that's the risk you take when you do combos over chains, is now the opponent has this entire tier of blocks up here to play with, and play with it they will. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. You get like no screen shake when you send combos over, and it's very very quick to get the line sent over. But if they manage to get a clear,
Bruno sent over
then you're in
so
trouble.
much. Ooh,
Oh,
but he's
and
gonna
Nicole moving on to Gary.
Oh,
as
wow.
Cards resets. So Nicole now with a one-stage lead into Gary.
We got a ball game, folks.
Yeah, never ever count anyone out in this, because things can change just like that. And now Nicole with a very good lead here at the end of the game.
Oh,
Bruno
no.
trolling here. Nicole, unfortunately, with a clear right there with the blues, but it didn't get the whole thing. She needs to top him off right now before he raises, and it's looking like it might be one more line.
No! Oh man, that might be. If she ends up, if Cards ends up coming back, I think we're gonna see that as possibly the defining moment.
That one more line is probably the killer right there. That's just so unfortunate.
That feels so bad. Gary, Card is resetting again though. Gary is really giving him trouble, but like, I don't think Nicole's doing herself any, or Smart / Nicole doing herself any favors by waiting this out. I mean,
Yeah,
Gary also has
no,
second tier.
Gary, I think at this point it's safe to reset. With that second tier there, that's definitely a reset point. I think that she might be a little too invested in this specific stage, because I don't see Gary slowing down now. No, he's got way too much stop time.
So yeah, it's if Nicole resets here, she's gonna be behind, and with the way Gary's shaking out for her, it's not really looking good. See, Cards was like just basically just, you know, playing a bunch of lottos essentially by going for these high risk, high reward moves and just like, you know, resetting if they don't work out. If Nicole isn't going to adopt those as well. Ooh. Oh, but they're both going into Mewtwo at the same time. Cards with like maybe like a 5-second advantage. That's well within the margin of error for Mewtwo. I think Cards probably has the advantage here though with his chaining ability. Is he gonna?
But
Look.
Nicole actually doing really well with her chains here. She's looking like she's got... Oh no, wait, Mewtwo screwed himself over there. Oh, but he got the clear.
Got that. I don't know if he's gonna have time though.
Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen.
And Cards gets it.
Oh no! Oh my god, could that have been any closer?
Oh my gosh, that Gary now just feels so bad.
Yeah, that one more line. It really was down to that one more line. Oh no. I am thoroughly convinced it came down to that single point at Gary 2 with Nicole, where that was just that one more line she needed, and that probably would have won her the whole match.
You hate to see it. It's incredible just how big of a swing, like one mistake like that, or one swap of the AI. Like sometimes you'll see their cursor marching along, and they die right before that final swap.
And there it is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. So official time for Cards was 17:37. Official time for Smart was 18:34.
17:37, 18:34. Yeah, so just within 1 minute, that is a very close V-hard race, and tensions were certainly high there. I mean, that's exactly what we want to see. I mean, and that's incredible because Cards was more on his game, but Nicole really stepped it up, had much more impressive openings, and almost stole a game off of Cards, and still has the chance to be fair, especially if she can play like she did in that second game.
Yeah. I actually just got to break the news to her about how the lead looked toward the end of that, and she couldn't even believe it. Like that's it. It was so impressive to see. Like, and what really sucks is unfortunately seeing that one more line to Gary 2, and you absolutely hate to see it because that was absolutely what did her in.
Yeah, getting those secondary blocks over to top the opponent is definitely a skill. It requires fast cursor speed and good board recognition. Like some people find it a little more difficult to get that second wave started, and that might have been what did her in. I remember that she was having a hard time like finding that follow-up, and I was just wondering, like, did she have anything else in the queue? And unfortunately not.
Yeah, I think what I noticed was Gary was sending a lot of garbage at her, and she, in order to get him topped off to where he had 2 rows remaining, she already had a lot of garbage on her side, so she was focused on clearing the garbage on her side when he needed the one more line on his side, so he was able to raise in the time that it took her to clear that garbage. So it's really unfortunate that happened. I don't know if there's a whole lot she could have done in that scenario, other than when she sent her garbage, just sent like another 5 combo or something. But I don't think there was any way she could have known that just by playing. It's just, you never know what they're going to do, and it could have been, if she went for one more combo block, she could have lost the stage. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got round 3 coming in.
Yeah, she's going to look to put that behind her and get off to another strong start, and hopefully an entirely strong race. Cards, like, getting really aggressive with those combos. It's gonna work out for both of them. But
Yep.
I think he only sent the 2-chain. I think he tried to get away with sending 3 lines, and man, if that would have worked, that would have really been something, because when you send just combo garbage and a single chain, there's basically no shake time. The opponent's stop time is going to be counting down instantly, and that's basically how you get the most insane times, but it's incredibly rare to get those.
Right, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Strong
Very,
Brock.
very nice. 12-second Brock for Cards. He's going to pull ahead. A 17 for Smart. We're seeing the same kind of energy from the last game in this one. With all the sub-20s, see if we can keep those sub-20s going.
Yeah, Six talking about the pain when you see that you need more garbage, but you're still, or you need one more line, but you're still waiting on your own garbage to fall, or you're waiting for their garbage to clear, so your stuff will fall. That's actually a circle of hell, I think, where that just happens over and over again. Your garbage never drops in time.
Yeah, just so you guys know, the final circle of hell is going 5 minutes into a Mewtwo fight, and then the infinite scroll glitch hits.
Oh my gosh, like, I'd rather just be frozen, to be honest. Of course, going with Dante's Inferno's version of hell as the trendy person that I am. As Cards gets a 13th second on Brock. That strategy working really well. He definitely has a strategy for the first half, I'd say. And it's been working out for him in the second half as well, like paired with those heavy reset strats. Let's just say that I'm really glad I don't have to go against Cards in V-Hard.
Yeah, and Misty not doing herself any favors on Nicole's side, going down in, unfortunately, a minute. A 14-second for Cards. Cards is kind of pulling ahead here with a 2-stage lead. Nicole doing some good chain work and some good combo work here. Surge, I was about to say he's out of stop time, but with that chain, he's got a little bit more, but it doesn't look like he's gonna... Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the 4 combo and die, but he didn't. He actually elected to go for the regular old clear.
Ooh, I think this is gonna be good though. Like, he's gonna take a lot of time leveling that off, but Cards is unrelenting, holding a 2-stage lead constant here. As we go to Sabrina, where the AI kind of takes it up to another level. I think it's definitely noticeable, but let's see how the strategy pays off for him.
Yeah, I definitely noticed the increase in difficulty at about Erica, and then another one at Tracy, and then another one at Richie. Those are the 3 spots I feel it. Wow, a double 16. What is this?
Unbelievable.
Just, keeping exactly the lead that they started with, and just continuing on with the same 2-stage lead.
Man, Nicole, not really getting many favors. I mean, she's just like one kind of bad card stage away from being more within striking distance. But, oh my gosh! And Cards is gonna go into the Tracy with a, I mean, technically world record pace, but like we all know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, there's no such thing as world record pace in this.
But still, building up an incredible lead, just unrelenting, executing his blitzkrieg perfectly, and getting some really fortunate AI block arrangement. Is this going to be another good one on Tracy? He's got the pillars. He used a lot of time to get that over, but Tracy's going to find the clear. I don't know if Tracy's going to have enough. Has he sent enough? Is he going to be able to get those? Oh my gosh. Wasting time like a champ. Like the troll that he is. And
Nicole moving on to Sabrina. Unfortunately, had a minute-plus stage there, or almost a minute-plus stage there. I think it was about 57 seconds. Not the kind of time you want to see.
Ooh, this
is looking
oh
decent.
my gosh.
Oh, wow.
The horizontal clear.
Okay.
Not allowed.
And this might chain, actually. I was thinking the yellows might chain.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, Nicole clapping back with an 18, closing that gap a little bit. Sabrina, or Tracy is doing what Tracy do.
Messing around a little bit.
But ruining his own chain and dying. You saw that, right?
Yeah,
just, like,
he had several clears lined up, and he was like, nah, I'm good. So, a bit of a break for him. Nicole not sending Blaine a ton. I would consider resetting here, to be honest. She looks yeah, she's a little but that might have been enough if Bruno didn't have a clear lined up there.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, Blaine. Yeah, I was really confused at what Blaine was doing there.
What is? Wow, nice kill on Rockets.
And a crush kill for
Holy
Cards.
buckets. 6 blocks remaining. He's gonna move off to a 3-stage lead, and
that was all combos except for a 3-chain. So just to show you the speed at which Cards can deliver combos, he filled his opponent's entire stack with nothing but combos and a 3-chain.
Unfortunately, it looks like
are we seeing some poop net?
It looks like we got some poop net going on.
Oh man.
So
back. Okay.
I think we're back.
So just a little bit of buffering.
We got just a little speck of poop neck, we'll say.
Yeah, we don't want to see too much poop net, but I think we're okay now.
Yeah, I'm sure watchers are well aware of Card's internet situation. Unfortunately, has a rather old house that with some wiring that doesn't lend itself to good internet sometimes.
Right. Alright, so it looks like we're seeing about a 3-stage lead in favor of Cards. Cards, though, with a shaky stream, it's cutting in and out intermittently, but we can see here that it is about a 3-stage lead.
Yeah, let's switch over to Nicole's audio here for a little bit, just until it looks like Cardicide has settled down. But wow!
Surprise! An SR kill.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, good strong kill for Nicole, but Cards the 20-second Richie, that's really good. Has fallen, as we mentioned, probably not getting that world record, but he's still pretty close to it right now. It's really ridiculous to see.
Almost got the swag swap in there by chaining that 6 combo. She missed it by a couple frames, I think. That's really tough to do. That's more of a Tayman move than anything.
I will go for swag, even if it's not my last option.
You live and die by the swag.
Yeah, but all right. Still, Cards maintaining a 3-stage lead as his stream flickers in and out a bit, but we see this moving on to Bruno as Yeah, Nicole is going to be hoping for multiple trollings from these final few stages. We saw last time that Bruno really gave him a hard time. That could have been good on Nicole's side, but unfortunately Gio, who only had like about 3 columns on the left side there, had a clear already lined up. As we look back over, Cards has gotten a 24 seconds on Bruno.
A 24-second
Holy
crush kill.
This is... If he gets back-to-back quick kills on Gary and Mewtwo, that is going to be close to world record. I really hope he's recording this.
It's gonna cut it really close, but this is a pretty damn close to world record pace here.
Yeah, let's get hyped, but just a little hype, because this is Puzzle League, and you don't have the record until you got the record. And as it cuts back in, we see that Gary is already going to town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's like I said. It's like I said at the beginning of the stream. It's not up to you. It's up to Gary. Gary's gonna decide whether or not you have a good run. And Gary is not feeling nice today.
It's always Gary.
Yeah.
And the suspense is we don't know what Gary's doing right now. Nicole is gonna.
I'm ready. Are you?
Now we know what Gary's doing. He's making it impossible to grab world record, unfortunately. We're seeing it flutter by right about now.
Unfortunate. That was, man, how hype would that have been?
You know what? I don't remember the last time I've seen a tournament world record. I think it was when Tayman got the world record in group stages. In qualifiers.
Oh yeah, that was very unexpected. We'll say.
Are you ready?
But yeah, it looks like Cards is reset on Gary. Honestly, I feel like he would have had a much better shot at the world record if he would have gone for that S-hard kill.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like maybe he's having better consistency outside of the S-hard kill, because we got to be honest with ourselves. An S-hard kill is not 100% guaranteed. I give it like a 70 to 75% if you do it perfectly. Even if you do it perfectly, there's still a really good chance that it's probably not going to work.
Not as much on V-hard.
Mewtwo.
I think Cards doesn't have a. I think Cards just died on Mewtwo.
Yeah, he doesn't have a clear.
He doesn't have a clear there. Oh no! Oh god!
Well, now it's real suspenseful because we don't know.
He's back to Gary! Oh no! That is unfortunate. No. I think, usually you'll see that, like, oh, I have three rows, I'm good, but like sometimes you just don't notice that you have the worst 3-row arrangement possible.
Oh my god, no. And it happens to the best of us. Like, it can happen. It can happen to Cards. It can happen to anybody.
And okay, so Nicole is a stage back now. So
Ty is asking in chat if you die to Mewtwo, you go back to Gary. Yes, that's what happens. If you die to Mewtwo, or if you reset on Mewtwo, you go back to Gary. Which is why you will never see anybody do reset strats against Mewtwo.
Yeah. That's Although, let's give a shout out to the Foxy Man, who I think got a PB resetting on Mewtwo. But I'm pretty sure he was on a 16xx pace, so he had a lot of time to make up. So, but in general, if you're resetting on Mewtwo, like you're basically done.
I think my S-hard PB, it has a death to Mewtwo in it, so. Yeah, it's rough when it happens.
I would like a death Mewtwo to die.
And a reset on Gary as well. So, yeah. Just when you think you're done with Gary, he pulls you back in for more Gary. And
Gary.
Cards is in
Ooh,
chat.
this might
that he's
be
laughing
good.
so hard.
Look at this! Oh my
Oh.
gosh!
Oh my god.
This is oh my gosh, and this but Card is going on to Mewtwo now. Okay. So not quite as close as we thought. He got the kill while hidden behind the veil of Poopnet, but who knows? We'll see how Mewtwo treats him.
Maybe he won't die this time. I mean, the best though is
he just
that's
won.
It. That's a 15 second. That's a done. Shoot, I missed the time. 15:09.
That's not very suspenseful. Where it's just like, oh, and he won. Unfortunately, Poopnet is spoiling all the fun. Oh gosh. Just all the shenanigans that this game can give us, now with an assist from Poopnet. That was a very entertaining third and final game, but Cards tapering off a little towards the end, got an unfortunate Mewtwo kill, but really, really exciting final game here.
Can we talk about real quick how it never seems to fail. If you're on a world record or near world record pace, how much the end game will be out to get you. This game does not like that. It does not like fast runs. And if you're on that kind of pace, this game will equalize you in the only way it knows how. By making you die to Mewtwo.
I will.
I'm going to win.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. I mean, we can argue about if Cards should have gone for the S hard kill, but let's not be revisionists here. Like, in a different world, like, Gary dies in 12 seconds, and it's just a really ballsy move.
Yeah.
But
did you see that 12 combo from Nicole there?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't think I caught that.
She set up a 2-chain off of the garbage, but had a 9 combo, and then as it cleared, another cleared on the second tier, which gave her a 12 combo.
Oh gosh, the automatic second tier chain. Like, honestly, when the AI does that, it's basically the biggest FU ever.
Yep. Oh, by the way, Cards finished at 15:09. Very good time. Considering a death to Mewtwo and a reset on Gary right after.
Yeah, and 3 runs sub 20. That is, like, honestly incredible.
And looks like this is gonna be it for Nicole. There it is. 2 minutes 15 seconds. She's gonna clock in with a time of 18:12. There we have it. We have our champion of the winners quarterfinals, Cards of the Heart, with a 3-0 sweep. And that was not a blowout sweep. That was not a lack of competition at all. Like, that was a very hard fought round there. Those last 2 were so close, and man, as just some fast races.
Yeah, I think after that that first game, we thought, like, maybe this would just be your typical Cards blowout. But shout out to Nicole for coming back strong, and I think she's developed a reputation for this, like, clutch tournament gusto.
She 100% is she reacts very positively to pressure, and she does it very well, where you'll see her just completely, like, turn it around if she's behind. And yeah, last time I played against her in the Tetris Attack tournament, she definitely beat me very handily in just that way, where I didn't stand a chance. She definitely knocked me right out.
Oh yeah, I lost to her at a GDQ tournament too. Like it was, she's definitely a very skilled player. Like you never want to take her for granted. But so with that, we are going to delay as I get things set up in the back end, and finally, boom. Oh wait, hold on. Let's hold on. We gotta try that one more time. Boom. Cards of the Heart wins the match, 3 games to nothing. He is going to be going on to winners semifinals, and I'm gonna pull up the bracket here. Unfortunately, don't have a picture configured in OBS, but let's see what his next match is going to look like here. Where? Because we ended up getting a new link to the tournament. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, Cards' next match is going to be up against Ty. And Ty has definitely been putting in a lot of work. But now Ty is beyond V-Hard. He's going to have to learn how to do S-Hard, and that's definitely going to be a challenge for him. So as we wrap things up here, do you have any general thoughts or thoughts on the match today, Dev?
Oh man, I got plenty of thoughts. That's like game 2, right? We had a classic one more line blunder that it was definitely resulted in a loss, and it sucks to see. Nobody likes to see it, and everyone hates the one more line curse. But man, the absolute comeback of Nicole in game 2, having that 2-game lead was just awesome to see. Game 3, unfortunately we didn't get to see it, but the freeze frame on Cards' death to Mewtwo, right? The way that the stream froze gave you that perfect picture of his 3 lines of garbage where he had 0 clears, and so gave us plenty of time to be like, hey, check this out. we definitely have a death here. Very unexpected things happened this round, and it was very fun to watch, and it was very close. This game, there's really no predictable blowouts. So if it's a blowout, it's usually not in the way you think. Even the top seed and the number 8 seed can have a match that close. So really, there's nothing you can really say to predict anything that happens in these rounds. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, honestly, I think Cards probably had an average V-Hard time like 4 to 5 minutes, like ahead of Nicole's, and we still saw some really close matches. Nicole playing her heart out. It's really nice to see someone rise to the occasion, and I think like that's really the secret sauce when it comes to these tournaments. That's what you want to see. Like it's if you're speedrunning, like, anyone can just constantly reset on Gary 1 and try to go for a good PB time. But when you actually have to play well under pressure, when you can't just reset or be like, I'm done with, I'm shutting off the console after a 4-minute Mewtwo. Like, no, you have to see this through, and there's no resetting. You only get so many chances to fail and execute in this game, in V hard or S hard or whatever it is. So love seeing Cards' pure skill and consistency here. Love seeing Nicole pull back after a rough first game to make for some really exciting competitive games 2 and 3. Really, I wouldn't say enjoyed watching Cards die at Mewtwo, but it was definitely surprising and entertaining and making for some good television. So,
yeah, like I said, man, Nicole is a beast. Like, she can take a situation like that. She can take her being behind, and man, she just like channels that energy into just coming back really strong. And she's one of the few people that can do that, and it's really awesome.
Yeah, who is she gonna? Oh, she's gonna face Foxy Man in losers round 1.
Oh man, that's gonna be
really good.
That's gonna be a match to watch, man.
I think on paper you have Foxy there, but he's been struggling a bit with V hard, and not that you can blame him, because everyone has a hard time with V hard. So I think that's gonna be a good matchup just for Nicole's tournament experience versus Foxy's raw skill. It'll be entertaining to see how that shakes out. But before that, before we send you off, just a reminder that I, Tayman, am going to be doing my match against Lightning tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully I can get through the void and get into my sweet spot in S hard, but we gotta go through that gauntlet first. So hoping that you guys will tune in with us tomorrow. I know we're going to try to get that broadcast live. We're going to try to get all of these bracket stages brought to you live. But until then, I have been Tayman, commentating with Devilish and Derby, and thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.